Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Duke, and today we are back in Minecraft Liminal Industries. Thank you, MOAs. So, between episodes, I've done a little bit of work, and we need to make some decisions on how we want to progress today. That might not be the right one. I think it's this one is the right one. There we are. Okay, so step one, I'm going to clean this up and work on this part of the process while we kind of talk here. So, between episodes, I got the storage system handled. What we need to do now, our big next endeavor here, is actually a weird. Okay, our next endeavor here on chapter 3 is to get this section going. So we're gonna do a lot with the cauldron today. In between episodes, I did some storage stuff that should help us get kind of refined into this. The big ones are brick. We need a lot of clay. So we can get that couple of ways. I'm trying to remember the best way. Milling was good. I think washing, though. Let's see. Sand can be washed for a 50% chance. Carpet dust can be washed for a 25% chance. So we're probably going to wash a lot of sand, I think, today. Just to get all the clay we need. The big thing about the clay, though, the clay's fine, right? Not a huge deal either way, but it's actually the nether brick. So we need this soul wand. So we have to get this workbench handled, cut carpet, pewter inlay. Pewter is, yeah, iron and lead, which is obnoxious, but not the end of the world. That is going to have to happen today. Let's see. I'm trying to think here. I actually designed a little room set up for this so that we don't have the same problems we were having before, where we're like basically always worried about mobs and stuff like that. So let me just clean this up while we talk. We need to refine things down a bit, and then we get to kind of choose a direction to play this in. So we can either continue how we have been, where we kind of we're going a bit slow, not anything too flashy or fast. Oops, that was not fun. Okay. That is one way to do this. The other way that we can potentially go about this is to force a lot more exploration in each episode. Now, that's not something I've been doing. The main reason for that is that the exploration is very time heavy. So I'll be exploring for like a good long while, and it can come up with nothing. It can come up with everything. Later in our adventure here, we are going to have to explore more. Seems like a requirement almost from the pack. Yeah, that's fine. I'm recalling this correctly. Now it's like this. It was actually... wall was right here, actually, which means we're one block too far forward. Which is fine. It can be fixed. This is the denial system I built to farm these guys up, because we will need more, but not a ton more. But I went a little ham, so we got more than we will need. I'm gonna set these here and here. That prevents them from spawning and sending the babies through. And we clean off this block. Clean that up. And I'm just going to go ahead and put the wall in, except for here. All right, that's most of it done. So what I was saying is we'll need to do a lot more exploring than we have been currently. It shouldn't be too bad, but I want to know what's your guys' take on that. Do you guys want that to be included in the episode? Do you want it to not be? What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, you'll have to let me know down in the comments below. So let's wrap this up We need a lot of trapdoors for this. Plus, trapdoors are handy. Once you see the new setup, you'll understand a little more about why we did it. Okay, so now it was here and there. And then what I actually want to do that I didn't do in the initial design was, put one on this side. There we go. Sometimes they'll spawn with gear that gives them a speed boost, and that gear can really cause an issue. There we go. And then we just give ourselves a bit of a buffer here. Not there. And we're actually eventually, not today, but eventually we're going to stretch this all the way around this corner. If we hug the wall, I checked it in the creative world, if we hug the wall, they can't get us. Oh, come on. There we go. And then we just want a wall up right there. So now, last step involves the sketchy part. Well, we can actually do this and this. This trapdoor will keep them from getting through. And then we put it on the bottom, again, so it can block the babies. So they'll hug the wall. Then when they come through, because they'll see me, they'll think this is an open path. They'll charge me. They'll fall in the middle. And this can actually cover them. I had it so full, it was having cram damage on them. So that was pretty cool. Let's go break this too. And then this. Now, that's the hectic part. Gotta get these idiots out of there. There we go. Yeah, because there is a lot of them. And some of them will have like a strength boost. If they have that, they hit so freaking hard. That strength boost is no joke. Man, look at them go. And just there. There we go. Whoa! Got a couple smart ones. All right. That is why we have the wall. Let me put those there just to give us a little more room. And now, we don't have any of the stuff, but I'll show you how it works. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we need one on the top as well. Hello, Demon Sounds. Welcome back. Been a while. Oh, that's wrong. That's fine. We'll do it on this side. Yeah, sometimes they'll spawn with backpacks. So that would be super handy. A really good way to get backpacks. And I didn't take any damage from them before. I'm not sure if that'll stay. Also, we're going to move the ladder to this other wall. And we're going to fill that corner in. Just in case there's a little leakage and they get their hitbox. But yeah, that is how that setup works. So you guys caught me. I was cleaning out the MOAs. I did a little bit of our work off camera. I'm really excited about it. We, of course, have our lovely machine that's still running like a dream. Grabbed some charcoal from it earlier. Yeah, it still breaks just as fast as it can. Yeah, runs well. I'm very happy with it. We do, at some point, need to get a couple upgrades put in here. See, there should be a buffer in that basket. It can hold a couple stacks. And I just try to clean this out every time I walk by. Just grab a couple stacks. Because that can be now routed into our storage system. So as you can see, we have a little area to decorate. We switched these out for little plinths. They work a little better. And I built this monstrosity. So this is our storage system. It basically, if you've watched the Just Create SMP, this is essentially Chosen Architect's system that he used to build his storage buses. The difference is ours uses the storage controller, which it can pull out of. So it basically means we can use upgrades, we can expand, we can do a lot of stuff with this. So I'm very excited. One thing I do want to do while we're here is expand it somewhat. We are already out of space. There's so many individual items in modded, and this honestly is probably not a great system for our current playthrough. We run out of space so quickly. So we're gonna hop up here. Anything connected should work, so we'll just do that. That gives them a little bit more space, and we'll do across the bottom here as well. We can do that. No, not that one. Come on. Gotta have some standards. Yeah, modded is notorious, and honestly, especially with this playthrough, we've had a lot of like onesie twosie items. Oh, I don't know if this is even accessible. Nope, that's not accessible. Yeah, we'll add them at some point. There we go. And there. Perfect. All right, so there's just a couple more. But anything we drop in this top section, like all these moas for some reason, yeah, anything dropped in here makes its way into the system. And then, like, if you mess up, like we just did with the bamboo, we talk to this very unpleasant silverfish. We're going to upgrade him eventually. Get, like, our basket back out. Click send. Comes through and drops it off in here. So just like that, we got the whole system automated. We did a little bit of reworking, moved some things around. I moved like the daisy outside, made it so we could see a little better. We did get some potatoes. We got a couple vegetables growing. I'm hoping at some point to swap that for a create system, but I want to do that once we have electricity. It's just a little less bulky than steam engines everywhere. So that's kind of the recap. That's what we've done between episodes. So let's take a look at what we're doing today. Now we can do a couple of things. Our main task should probably be this soulfire. In order to do it, we need some polished wood, which means we need treated wood, some enhanced ash, and I think this can be bulk smelted. Yeah, can. Let me get some bones. Oh, we actually might not have any bones. I'm now thinking about it. Let's see, bone. Yeah, bone meal. So let's take our bone meal and our redstone. Let's go show you that setup in action. Redstone. Okay. Yeah, because we need to get that working. Treated wood shouldn't be the end of the world. I think we have creosote in here still. Yes, we do. Ooh, and a ton of charcoal. Nice. All right, let's go and set that guy off. Yeah, unfortunately, this is like our primary supply of bones at the minute. So we'll have to use it for all of this. And we're slowly kind of taking over a larger and larger footprint, making more rooms usable. So now we have all our little friends here. Let's go say hello so they see us. We'd even take this opportunity to force an expansion. And then I just did this. Yeah, because I hate for some random guy to spawn with some random ranged option. And just be able to get us just like that. Just like that. That's as far as we're going to be expanding for the moment. I think if we punch them, There we go. Maybe that'll prompt some more. Oop, there we are. Come on, guys. Everybody in. Pile in. Need to waste the material. Okay, so whenever you're ready, flop this. We're going to just close that for the sake of it. And apparently there's an issue if you have stuff in your offhand. That's not the best thing in the world. Set this, and we don't have our flint and steel. So I'm going to grab that. All right. I went and grabbed that, flint and steel, and we light this candle. Just like that, we're going to clean this whole area up in one. Oop. Did I do this backwards? I probably did. Yep, totally did it backwards. Well, that's fine. There's one. There's two. Here's three. Nice. Okay. Yeah, super easy way to get materials. Ugh, don't love stepping on the skulk. I need to get that skulk vacuum thing figured out. And we can use that to get around that. But yeah, we got some bones. We got everything we need now. Excuse me. All right, let's get these cooked up. Eat some delicious baked potatoes. Yeah, we need to build a full-fledged farm. And probably I'm going to do that in the mower room. Just to have it running pretty consistently. I have to assume it's within range for chunk loading. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, let's just start with 8. That cook. Grab some more potatoes. Drop them in here. Perfect. All right. And now we need treated wood. So we need to get in here. And if you've never used this, you can actually use this bucket like so. And it pulls the creosote straight out of the bucket, which is super handy. And all goes right back in. So now let's see if we can spot it. Let's do it quickly. Let's get rid of all these. Yeah, let that cook up. All right, so we have the treated wood that we need. Now we need just the enhanced ash, enchanted ash. All right, so I've never used this. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go, but it looked to me like we just throw stuff in. Like throw that in possibly, or is it a right click maybe? Maybe. Do you think it needs water? Probably needs water. Come on. There we go. Okay, water is in. Now let's throw in a wood. Maybe it's a right click. Treated wood. No. How is this done exactly? 8 treated wood. Okay, so that's not horrible. Maybe it's an exact stack amount thing. There's 8. Okay. Wait a minute. Is this? Let's find our book. Honestly, I'm not too sure. I thought about looking into it beforehand. I like to keep it as real as possible. See, critters, ores, research, work in progress. No. I imagine it's part of theurgy, but I'm not sure. Altars. Here we go. Crucible. Place the cauldron above a fire or other heat source, then fill it with water and wait for it to boil. That makes a lot of sense, actually. So if we do like this, and then maybe we'll swap this with lava just to make it better. Now we fill it with water. Yeah, we can use this stone to get a little closer. Okay, that's boiling. That's good stuff. Ooh, they didn't pick back up. Okay. Now what was it? Oh, there's a time element? Ooh, okay. That's concerning. All right, let's... Oh, man, I lost those. That's steep. That is a steep cost. All right, so we know we need to do soul shards, ash. We need the wood, which is one ash. So throw that in. Wait till it turns green. Throw the ash and the shard in, and then stir. Okay, so we're boiling. Okay. Wait till it turns green. The ash, the shard. Now stir. Do we wait now? Apparently not. Okay. What the heck is the deal? Uh-huh. They must be performed in order. Start by adding the item from the first step. Once the watercolor changes, add the next step's items and stir the crucible a few times if specified. Well, we can always get more, I guess. Glad they waited till we had infinite wood for this, because that would have sucked. Okay. We're boiling. First step. Second step. We're just going to keep stirring it. It's doing things. Is this what we want? We want this color? No, maybe that means we stir it. Okay, well that was wrong. Let me look that up, because I gotta think we're doing it wrong. I have no idea what this wants from us. We are apparently not the best witches in the world, so I'll bring you guys right back. Okay, guys, I went into the creative world and I did some work on it to see what I could figure out. You got to have an empty hotbar basically, because you're gonna need an empty hand to stir it. Stirring it matters. You only want to stir it once. So what we're going to do is we're going to go water in. Okay, let that boil. Throw these in. Once that color changes, it's ash, then a soul gem, then stirred once. Ash, soul gem, stir once. That's how it's done. Okay. Man, that the wiki is not awesome for this. Fair warning to anyone who is experiencing that. The wiki is a bit rough. I didn't really see much of a wiki. Ended up just going into the creative world and testing. And it took a few minutes. Took a little while. So now we've got some polished wood. We need some other material. How are we doing on that? We need more lead. Okay, 1 block of lead coming right up. That'll give us more iron, too. Luckily, lead is not something we're hurting for. About 1 million cannonballs. I think I'm going to call this boy Tony, by the way. So if anyone has a better name, go ahead and put that in the comments, and we'll see. But if no better names come out, this boy's Tony, and I hate him. If you accidentally click the chair, he gets off the chair, and then he starts hitting you. It's very mean. Let's actually just do some iron. We have so much. And let's get some lead of some sort. What about barrel? We got a couple barrels, don't we? Yeah, radioactive barrel, and we'll take those 2 cannonballs as well. Oops. Barrel. And we'll do cannonballs. Yeah, always got to hit send, which is a bit tedious for this. But, you know. Sure beats having to dig through chests. Already really appreciate how it works. We just need 2 more of these and we'll be golden. Let's get rid of one of these irons while we're here. Yeah, because the other stuff doesn't like it so much. And then I've got this making dirt, by the way. Because it takes forever. And if you want carrots and all that, you're going to need mud. Okay, grab that. Just do another one. And we'll get the pewter out because we're good, I think, on pewter for the minute. So now if we go here, 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 and here, and we grab a bit of carpet from this mess of a thing, and let's see, it was carpet across, one of these on top, and polished on the bottom. Nice. Just like that, we have a magic workbench. All right, that's a good step. Seems pretty crazy already, but that's okay. We have our quest book to keep us company here. All right. We need this stick. The stick needs a lot of our stuff. So we have some living wood, some gold, arcane gold. It's not too expensive. It might be a little hard. Where are we at with gold? 4 ingots? I think that's exactly how many we need. Oh, but we have a block. We'll just take the block out. Yeah, that's much easier. Okay. Redstone. Not what I was looking for. Redstone. There we go. Redstone, soul gems, gold. Now this is a bit dicey because I'd really rather not burn up all of our gold. We're not exactly rich with it. But if we go to the cauldron, crucible, you make golden apples. All right, so we need 2 redstones, 1 soul gem. Wait till it changes color, and then add 2 gold. We'll just kind of simplify ourselves as much as we can. Try to idiot-proof this the best way you can. Okay, change color. Change color. And do it. Turn magic. Well, despite the spirits screaming at us, we did a magic. Okay, while that's heating up, just fill the bathtub back up. Super handy, I'm telling you. 1, 2 of these, 1 of these, and 1, 2 of these. 1, 1, 2, change color. Come on, behave. Okay. And magic gold. Nice. Cool, hopefully that's all we need there. I think we have living wood in here. Like he's shaking. It's because he's mean, man. He's a mean guy. And then if we take living wood... Oop, gotta get it out of the chest. Living wood, pop, pop. Nope, is it like this? It is like this. Okay. Now, we just need this guy. Let's flag him. The inlay is going to cost us 4. So we need 2 more gold. And then we need to make a lesser soul gem. Ooh, this one. 2 stirs. Then another quartz. How are we doing on redstone exactly? Not great. No, don't do that. There we go. Redstone, redstone, redstone. Yeah, I mean, we're not in a great spot as far as redstone goes. Yeah, I was hoping to have more than that. We might have to take a quick break while I run and get some. Let's finish making this, though. Because we've... Oh, no, we have plenty of redstone. What am I doing? It's just all hiding. Okay, we need 2 of those. This can go away. 1 of those. Here, get out of here. There we go. My inventory is a huge mess at the minute. But it's not like we can use any of the... It's not like this process can be automated, you know? Once that turns golden colored, 2 of these. Pop. Nice. Okay. Now we're going to grab some more water. We're actually going to do it this way. We're going to go right into the next one. So, 2 redstone, 1 of those, gold color, 2 of these. Nice. Okay. Now this one is the nervous one. We need 1 of these. Or should we do sulfur? Sulfur's pretty easy. Charcoal and ash. I do have both on me. Let's try charcoal and ash real quick. Pop. Just do it. Nice. Super. All right. I don't think we can procrastinate anymore, though. We got to do the hard one. So, 2 redstone, 4 soul gems, and then 1 nether quartz, which I will need to grab. Ooh, okay. Nope, pick that up. Don't burn your bucket. Grab a water just in case. Let's grab another quartz, and then we're good. If you can spot it, it's faster to just grab it from the wall, but I don't feel like it's always available. I just want to try putting one of these under it. Quartz. That's not the Q. There we go. We're just going to take them all, just in case we botch this a few times. And honestly, that is not a rare resource, so we're good. Now let's see if it boils still. No, it doesn't. Oh, that's a bummer. I was hopeful. That would have been really cool. That's fine. We'll find another creative way to do it. Okay, and honestly, let's get that out of there. All right, we need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Check it one more time. Okay. this guy. 2 redstone, 4 of these, 1 quartz, 2 stirs. Which means I need an empty hand. Here, we got a campfire right there. We can just get rid of some stuff. Okay, 1 quartz. 1 quartz, we don't need 2. 2 redstones. Okay, change color. 4 of these, stir twice. 1 quartz. All right. 2 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. 1, 2 stirs. 1 quartz. Please? Please? Hey, first try. Nice. All right, now if I take this and check us off here, I think we still have to build the inlay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, gold inlay. Okay. I think that's everything, honestly. So we come in here, we put in our inlay, our very expensive stick, our 2 golds, and our big soul gem. Then we put in these 2. Will this stay? It won't. I'm just realizing we don't have... Yeah, we need a mana dust. We'll grab 2 just while we're over there. Hopefully there's enough. Survey says, yes, there was enough. Okay. Put the puzzle together. Sulfur on the bottom, little souls on the sides. Inlay on the bottom, stick in the middle, magic gold on the sides, and big gem on the top. Just like that, we have this. This is something that's going to be cool to have. Now, what we need is to get some stone and get it cooked up. So let's do that. Let's get that moving. And while we wait, let's dump stuff that we don't need anymore. Don't need that. Don't need the inlay. We could try our hand at leather. It's supposed to be pretty not bad. All right, so if we want leather in the cauldron, 2, 1, and this. And how many of these do we need for our first backpack? Can I get a pearl? No, these are echo shards. Okay. Yeah, we'll figure that out. I'm actually going to bring you guys back in once all the clay's done. I'm not going to make you wait for that because we are so close. All right, guys, we are back. So I did get everything made. Next step, we need to make liquid concrete. So this is kind of where we are. I know we didn't really discuss it much, but here's where we're going, right? We need this specifically, 27 bricks. Now, in order to do that, we need this concrete brick and the nether brick. Now that we have our beautiful wand, here's our wand. If we throw down these 45 bricks and we just wham. Nice. Now they're nether bricks. That's actually super handy. I really like that. Ooh, we got some candies. Man, we got a bunch of little candies. I have to eat those. Okay. Let's drop some stuff real quick. Just some stuff that we don't need at the second. Okay, so that handles the nether brick portion. Now we need to handle the other portion. The other one needs concrete. Concrete is a pain because you need liquid concrete, which we will mix from 2 sand, 1 gravel, 1 clay. And so we have got a stack of each. This should make a good chunk of it. And then it has to pump the liquid into this press where it will be smushed and actually make our concrete. So while we're doing that, do I have any sand that I can get? If I had another stack, that would be really cool. No, I don't. We can make some real quick. I don't want to hold up the process too much. I'd like to have extra. You know, it's one of those things. It would just be handy to have extra. Yeah, there goes mixing away. But yeah, once this is done, in theory, we can actually build our new machine. Now we just have to decide where, because it's going to be pretty large. I think it has a 3x3 footprint. Maybe just out here against this wall, maybe. Ooh, let's eat one of our candies. I can't. I'm not hungry, but once I get hungry, I'll eat one. And I'm excited. We're getting close. I'm just take what we have. Let's see if I go in here. We need these guys. We have the engineering hammer. That's not too bad. The cauldron, we can make one. I mean, we've had a couple. Hot steel. This is actually what we're going to make with this. So we'll take normal steel, throw it in, cook it for 60 seconds. Makes one hot steel and a slag. And what do you do with the hot steel? Right-click it in a water cauldron. Or we do that with a cannonball 100 times. 100? Wait, how am I meant to be getting iron? Like, that's an insane amount. Maybe it outputs cracked steel? How am I getting iron? Rusty metal door? I don't think I've come across that. Yeah, I sure haven't come across 100 pieces of iron. Oh man, this thing looks crazy too. Okay. We'll start with our first step. Then we need to get into here. So let's start making our brick. That's all of them. It can't hurt to have extra. If we want to do the reinforced ones, I think we'll need extra. Man, let's try it. Okay. Wait, it's hold up. We need an engineer hammer. But I'm pretty sure it's a 3x3. We can look at the thing. There's our hammer. Wink. Okay. Here we are. Honestly, I'm actually thinking we're going to build it over there. That's where I have the sink set up, and it feels like we're going to burn the water out of the cauldron. So if that's the case, we're going to want to have a spot for it. Oh, yeah, so we use steel plates. Man, steel's got to get easier to make, right? Like, if it's this bad the whole time, that is going to be tough. Let's see, so 27 looks like a 3x3 to me. That's not going to work. There we go. One in the middle. I think the middle block is hollow. Is that right? Did we do it? Maybe not. Nothing hollow? Wait, that's living wood. That is definitely not going to work. Okay. Ooh, that was it. Okay. Awesome. So if I come in here and I throw in a stack, let's get some iron. Let's see if we can't do this real quick. Because if this makes iron easier, sure, you won't have me arguing, but if it doesn't, iron's already kind of tough. Can I? That's full of liquid. That's full of liquid. Watch this. Plop this on the floor over here. Back, grab. Where'd our bucket go? The heck? Oh, that's worse. Okay. Silverfish, please help. Bucket. Why are you in here? There we go. Clean that up before it lights everything on fire. There we are. Fixed. Good as new. Before you even saw what happened. Yeah, it is literally that every time. Oh, man. Okay. So now we come in here. We need to take our iron to make a cauldron. We can actually find cauldrons around. So probably this isn't the most necessary thing. But just in case. Alright, this needs 60 seconds. So let's speed run this. Man, it's burning through our fuel. Holy cow. Just in time for us to eat our Grim Reaper candy. Oh, they're just little candies. How do I make them, though? I don't think I can make these. Oh, that's a bummer. That would have been cool. So who wants to place bets on whether or not this lights me on fire when I take it out of there? Because this definitely feels a lot like a Greg Tech type of a situation. Where the game is just a little mean. Crude blast furnace. Yeah, I got this part. Oh, I get 5 free ones and a steel rod. Don't drop this. Okay, that was it. And it didn't light me on fire. Nice. Can I drop it? What happens if I drop it? I dropped those. Show our joy! We haven't had a good one of those in a while. Let's see. What do we want to do with this? What can be done with the hot ingots? What is this? It looks complicated. Probably not us yet. Just going to go out on a limb. Probably not us. Man! What is this? A mixer? This thing looks crazy. We could do Echoes of the Dark, which needs a Skulk Scrubber. And an Echo Shard, which happens from cooking the Skulk Scrubber in this. Yeah, I'm not sure what these are for. I guess if I spray it with water, I get 90% chance and 10% chance for something else, which is a little bit, a little nasty. Doesn't this mean I need 100 pieces of hot steel to make this? So I'm going to definitely have to go grind out some iron, because I think that's going to be the case. But we got some. Oh, I want to try the... If I drop this, does it make the sound? Oh, that's so good. Oh, I love that. That one was worth having. Man, it made this whole mechanism worth it. Holy cow. All right, so now we have to figure out what we're doing next. Let's see. How do you make that scrubber? Do we have enough time for this episode? Scrubber. Oh, it's pretty complicated. I don't think we're going to have enough time to make this episode. So this will be our next step in the next episode, which will be nice because it'll clear out a little bit of the skulk, which will be very handy. Oh, man. I'm still not sure how we're meant to get renewable iron. But who knows? Maybe it's coming to us. Yeah, I need to make another run where I just go through and grind out exploring the back rooms to try to find things. Because that is a position we're quickly running into. We need more material than we've got. I'll make a bigger smelter, I think, so we can hold more. That would be handy at this point, I think. Ooh, we can make an empty blaze burner now. Man, I'm excited. This is all good stuff. Bayonet. And just make a steel sword. That seems like it'd be really good. Charge pad. Is that... No, that's mechanism. I thought that was pneumatic craft. Little robot. Yeah, lots and lots and lots of good stuff is being unlocked. Water wheels. That is huge. Because water wheels mean we can get like a really basic farm setup in one of the rooms and just work with that. Oh man, that's crazy. But yeah, I think that is going to do it for today. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you liked it, go and leave a like and let me know down in the comments. What should we name this horrible little man? And if he lives through the episode, he'll get to have a new name. Otherwise, I'm getting somebody else. There's not a lot of mobs. It's this or like a husk, and if the husk hits me, man, it takes me down a lot of health every hit. But yeah, again, thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Talk to you then.